Hey, what is up, lawn care community? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. So in today's video, I'm just going to be giving a little debrief about my Toro 721R and the Toro 518ZE. As you guys have seen in my snow vlogs, this year we really didn't go out that much. We went out 4 times, which is definitely low for us. To be honest, yeah, climate change has, I think, taken a toll on our winters in Michigan. Some people in other areas of the country are still getting hit with numerous storms, but we experienced 4 storms, and we service our snow clients at 1.5 inches or more. Usually we go out if it's 2 inches or more, but we made an exception this year saying 1.5 after it started becoming a realization that we weren't going to get too many outings. But these machines here are definitely going to get you through all of your houses, and you don't have to worry about the big investment for a plow and all that stuff. Now, granted, these are residential grade machines, which means you're not doing any sort of bigger property with them, but a residential driveway, sidewalks, porches, you're gonna get that done easily with this setup here. This is a pretty good fleet here of machines for someone in the residential line of lawn care. These machines here can crank out, we were doing, quite a few per night, and like I said, these are residential, but you just have to keep them maintained and you should be fine. The first year that I did snow, I actually started with 2 of the 18 inchers, and we went out, I think it was about 13 or 14 times, and they made it through the season. I had to change the blades, or the rubber paddles and the plastic scraper on the bottom. Those are really all that you have to replace on the big machine and the smaller machine, especially if you're using them numerous times in one night. So if you have numerous clients and you're using these, usually after a couple snowfalls, you're going to need to change the paddles and the scraper bar, which you can just take up to your local dealer in between snowstorms and get that taken care of, or they're fairly easy to take on and off. I personally just take it up to the shop after a snowstorm, tune up my equipment, get it ready to go. On one of these machines, on one of these 21s, I can't remember, but there was like a spindle inside where it wore down so the belt wouldn't catch, and the paddles would spin, but I wasn't getting any traction with it. It wasn't throwing any snow. So all of these machines, have wear parts on them, belts and plastic parts that scrape and whatnot. So just general maintenance is all that needs to be done. This was my second season running these 721s. This 18-inch I actually bought new this year, slightly impulse buy, but one of these machines was in the shop. The other one, I wasn't sure. I'm not going to rely on only one machine to get numerous houses done in a night, because it's just crunch time when the snow falls here, because people need to get to work and be safe, and we need to be timely. So threw down a little more money, got this extra machine. It got me through the storm, made me some money after the fact. I did not lose that day, so luckily I didn't make as much as I wanted to, but it was still worth the investment from my point of view. And now I have this as my fleet moving forward. And this setup should definitely last me 2 more years. I like to, you know, get new equipment when stuff is worn out or I've put it to use more than I think it's worth, because some of these residential units are not meant to put out commercial numbers through the whole winter. So a homeowner can easily buy this off of me and have no problems and not even have to change the scraper or the paddles 1 or 2 seasons. But for me, I go through 3 sets of paddles and 3 or 4 scrapers a season. So with that being said, guys, I just kind of wanted to talk about these machines. I'll get a little in depth here and show you a little bit more. I'll probably just show you the differences between the 18 and the 21. They are relatively the same machine, but this is definitely a machine that is going to help you in your lawn care business. So if we take a look here, this one on the right, I noted this in another one of my previous videos, but on this 21-inch unit, I actually put this yellow like tag on it. I think I cut it off of a newspaper bag, believe it or not, and then put a zip tie on it, because if the guys pull that key out too fast and they lose it in the snow, then we'll be searching for that little black key. So I put this on so we could hopefully see that if we lose it. So pretty simple here. This is your primer. So you prime it, make sure your ignition is on, and then unlike a lawnmower, you don't have to pull the throttle back to do the pull cord. You just simply turn the ignition, and then you can pull this after you prime it. And then on this 21, this is the choke. So you pull the choke completely out. That little yellow, there's your oil reservoir, or your stick to check the oil. And the difference between the 21 and the 18 here, the choke. Actually, I don't really like this. Obviously, this is a residential unit, so it's a little, I would say, cheaper built. It's a little bit smaller. So they've got this is the choke, so all the way over is the choke. Back there is for it to run. Here's your primer. One thing I kind of don't like about this is your key. So once again, the key can just come right out. So if the guys or you are working quickly and you pull this to disengage and you drop it in the snow, it's red, so you can probably see it easily, but it is kind of small. So if you drop it and drive away, it might be fairly problematic. So yeah, you just stick it all the way in there and then it will engage. And then to stop it, you can actually just kind of pull it half out and it will stop. And then you push it back in when you want to re-engage. I don't know why. I think this one has like some sort of like battery on it or something. I have no idea. I was in a bind, so I bought it. It obviously works with gas and stuff. I don't think this runs electrically. I really don't care if it does either way. But, this little thing is actually a beast. I'm not going to lie. The 18-inch, like I said, I started like 3 years ago with just 2 of these 18-inch units. And they really do perform well in up to about 8 inches. The 721s, bigger engine, bigger paddles, bigger chute, they really perform better in 8 inches or 8 to a foot is still a lot for these. You really wouldn't want to put them through a foot, but 6 inches to 8 inches, easy. This is pushing a little, 6 to 8, but man, 3 to about 6, this thing really kills it. And same, let me back up here. It's the same regard. You're just gonna twist this to put the direction that you want it to go. And then, this is a little chintzy, but I still kind of like how it works. You just squeeze this and you can angle your trajectory, and vice versa for this. You know, you pull this down and it'll shoot down, and push it up and it'll shoot it up. So, I mean, yeah, guys, in all honesty, you know, we do residential 100%. So this fleet right here is really perfect for our business. So guys, please comment down below if you found this video helpful at all. I wish I could have had more snow vlogs for you this season, but like I said, we only went out 4 times, and as some of you know that are involved on YouTube, it does take a lot to do the work, line up the work, schedule the work, quote the work, you know, wear all these hats at the same time, and then also create content. So we're busy in our business, and then we're busy from a content creator standpoint, trying to, you know, get the community to learn from each other. Really, that's the whole point of this. It's mid-March here in Michigan, and we are getting our spring cleanup list kind of built. We're confirming lawn customers at this point, but we have not full-on started our spring cleanups yet. And with that being said, I will have hopefully much more content when the spring kicks up, and then definitely plan to be laying stripes and banging out a bunch of content as far as that goes. Follow me on Instagram too, and I wish you guys the best of luck this season in 2020. Peace.